What's good, everybody? It's Casper. In today's video, I want to talk about a TV show that I just got into. Just got to the first episode, and with this episode, before getting into it, I saw Michael France's review on it. That was insane. If you don't know who he is, he knows all his mafia stuff. Let's just keep it at that. And my brother recommended this TV show. And the TV show I'm talking about is Tulsa King. So let's get straight to it. The fact that Stallone is in here is absolutely crazy in my eyes because I just finished the Rocky movies. Can't wait to watch other of his projects. Tulsa King came out in 2022. They're working on the second season. First season has 10 episodes. First episode is 41 minutes. First episode is starred by Sylvester Stallone, Andrea Savage, Martin Starr, Jay Will. So those are the main characters, and in the beginning got other characters that Stallone ends up greeting after getting out of jail. Stallone plays the character Dwight. Dwight is basically blindsided by his mob family, that the fact that he has nothing left for him after getting out of jail. He spent literally in jail almost 25 years. No snitching, nothing. He did what he had to do. None of the mob family treated him well or with the stuff that Stallone, aka Dwight, expected. During that time, Stallone has a meeting with his mob family. They basically send him to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Tulsa, Oklahoma it's a whole new environment because Dwight is from New York. So now that he goes to Oklahoma, he's now settling and observing his whole surroundings and basically starting from scratch again, but still in his mafia ways. When he arrives in Oklahoma, Dwight wastes no time to create a whole new mob team. So that's what the first episode is about. Very shocked and surprised I am with the first episode. Start off with Stallone's acting from the beginning. Amazed me on just senses of like, dude, this dude is holding his own. Another thing that shocked me too is the fact that right when Stallone showed up to the screen, seeing his age in general, just like, damn, this dude is very old. He's older, but he's not slow. He's not moving slow at all. He actually has a very sharp look, presents himself like a main character. So he has that presence felt of a main character. So I love how the beginning credit was very classy, had a professional, modern look. Beginning credits looked very clean, and it was a type of credits that I feel like I haven't seen before. So the creativity was definitely there. The thing I want to point out is Stallone's acting with the other characters. I would definitely say that it brought me more into the show, just seeing the fact that these other characters didn't feel like random pieces on the side. When Stallone was acting with them, he brought them in, and the world was definitely felt with Stallone acting with the other characters on the side. So I really like that. Beginning when he gets out of jail, you can see that Stallone's whole thought process is very outdated. He's looking around and he sees everything different, and you can see it through his look at everything and the way his facial expression is. And I like the fact that he's looking at the whole city. It brought him back to when he used to be in the city. He saw a lot of changes in the city and he was very shocked from that, the detail. When he gets out of jail, him seeing the difference with the city and the changes, and then when he has the meeting with the mob family, I really like that interaction because there was obviously some questionable actions in that scene, in senses of where Stallone ends up punching one of the mobster family people there, who's now one of the bosses. Definitely, if that happened in real life, whoever got hit in the mob family would definitely probably get killed or get tortured or punishment for sure. Seeing that was a little off, but I like the interaction. The costume design was just on point with everybody. The mob family looked dope. Lines as well, when Stallone and other actors are, presenting their lines, I really thought that the lines brought you into that adventure and brought you into a real feel of mafia style. So those lines were really good, and I really appreciated the fact that they ended up putting Stallone into a new city, because you can tell that with his character, it's gonna bring new excitement. It's gonna bring a new feel and a whole new freshness. The fact that he once had an old mafia thought and now he's brought into this modern time. It was like an adventure that I was excited to be a part of, and Stallone was making you want to join him on this adventure, which is crazy. Stallone felt very welcoming with his acting and his lines and how he presented himself. Dwight ends up meeting these new characters. So Dwight ends up meeting a kind of like a Uber driver, taxi driver. Character I'm talking about is Tyson. He's played by Jay Will. I like Jay Will's character. That character definitely brought the modern time of now. His language and his lines, I would say it could be a little bit more better, but the way he presented it, I wasn't too much of a bother because you can feel that modern feel. There's music in the background that he's playing, and once again with his character, it just feels nothing but now time. It was nothing wrong with that, because the more you had more now time, it interacted with Stallone's old thought process and the way he used to, you know, do his stuff when he was free 25 years ago. So I really like that. Tyson is a great character to accompany Dwight on this adventure, and he did a good job on choosing Jay Will for that. The dispensary boss, the character name is Bodie. He's played by Martin Starr, type of character that is just trying to make anything happen. He got his license to open that shop. He has all the paperwork, but he's just trying to collect bread. Dwight and Bodie's interaction is so dope. Hilarious because Stallone is just basically running over Bodie. It's hilarious because Bodie just is okay with it. The fact that Bodie has that presentation and that look, he seems very chill, and the interaction with both of them is dope. I can't wait to see how this ends up progressing, because the interaction and introduction of Bodie was very clean and I really liked it. Another character that you see is Stacy Beal, who's played by Andrea Savage. She ends up coming into the picture by basically being at a party with her homegirls. She ends up, I guess, being too lit or too drunk, and she ends up getting with Stallone. I like that character introduction because you can see that Stallone actually needed that female to relieve some stress, which is hilarious. Stacy's look fit, and it wasn't too extra or too pushy. Overall, there's other characters in here that Dwight ends up messing with, and it's super dope, and it's very funny at times too. The first episode is actually very exciting and funny at times. The mafia stuff in general is super dope. Another thing that I'm just like, wow, I'm very shocked. Can't believe Stallone is actually pulling off this mafia look in the first episode. Whole presentation, costume, the lines, he's holding his own. Action is dope, camera direction is sick. The music's okay just because it brings up some modern time music, but it also has some old school vibe as well, so I appreciate that. I recommend it if you guys haven't seen it. Can't wait to get to the second one for sure. After watching the first episode of Tulsa King, out of 10, I'm gonna have to give it a 10 out of 10. So that's my review for the first episode of Tulsa King. Shout out to you guys for tuning into the video. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace, y'all.